everybody, we got some news going on here over in China with Avengers Endgame. Apparently right now, Avengers Endgame is still knocking records, guys. It's banging out records, and right now it is sitting at the highest foreign film in China. That's insane. Sitting at 500 million. They're estimating that by the end of everything, the Avengers Endgame will be the highest film overall in China. And now we need to start talking. We need to start talking about this thing possibly catching Avatar. I was sitting there like, I was with other people. I was with like Campia and other people going, no, there's no way. There's no way because it's 2.7 million. 2.7 billion rather. And right now, Endgame is almost at 2 billion right now. It's only been 1 week. I believe by the end of the second weekend, it might be at 2 billion. It's possible. It's very possible it can happen. It might not happen. It's possible it can happen. If it does reach 2 billion by the end of the weekend, then it needs at least 700 million more. That is an asinine a lot of money, especially when you have movies like Detective Pikachu coming out, which I believe is going to have a huge box office. It's like people are just going to go see that movie. I'm excited for that movie. Like everybody is excited for that movie. So can it catch Avatar? I don't know, but I think this is real huge. And this is why so many people now are trying to market their movie to China, because China, I believe, is the second highest box office revenue for movies other than here in the United States. United States is a big chunk of that revenue, and China is like the second biggest chunk of that revenue. So it generating as much money as it did over in China is a big deal. Now, by some miracle, if this movie managed to make $1 billion in China and $1 billion in the United States, and then we can somehow get 700 million somewhere else, it then could catch Avatar. I'm just having a hard time believing that. I'm having a hard time believing Avatar. But I was sitting in the car thinking today, and I want someone to look this up because I just don't have time to look it up. If Endgame is breaking all these records, right, then how did Avatar make $2.7 billion? Right? I'm sitting there thinking, they're saying that Endgame could be the highest grossing China movie when everything's all said and done. Right now, it's the highest grossing foreign movie. So that tells me it already passed Avatar in China as the highest of all time. It's going to probably be the highest here in the United States. Right now, I believe Force Awakens is the highest domestic film. This movie probably end up taking that. But regardless, right now, Force Awakens, right? So Avatar is not the highest in the United States. It's not the highest in China. Those are the two biggest markets. So how the hell did Avatar generate so much money? Is there some numbers being played around with here? Did Avatar really generate that much money? Because you would think if a movie has the record of the biggest film of all time worldwide, that it would own the top records in some box office markets, right? Like you would assume if it's the highest grossing of all time, that in some countries it's number one of all time, right? And if Endgame is beating China's record, and it's possibly going to beat America's record, how the hell did Avatar generate so much money? Where is that money coming from? Where these numbers aren't starting to add up to me. Were these numbers, I think instead of people talking about the MTC theory for Captain Marvel, they need to go back and look at Avatar and find out how this movie made so much money. Because if Endgame is breaking all these records, and Infinity War broke all these records, and Black Panther broke all these records, and Force Awakens broke all these records, then where are these records that Avatar had to get to $2.7 billion? I don't get that. And people are like, well, it made a little bit of money each week, but that would still add up to being number one in certain markets. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't know. But I just wanted to come out here, guys, and tell you guys that Avengers Endgame has broken another record over in China as the number one highest grossing foreign film, and they are reporting that it will be the highest grossing film overall in China when everything's all said and done. But I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.